Some country boys working overtime for it. Kings of the South, they never had nothing. Blue collar boys do it with their hands money. They don't want none. They don't want none. They don't want none.
Good evening, everyone. We're back. It's Off the Ropes, episode 51. It's Mr. Nets and Brett Swinney alongside me tonight. The Big Oops, K.O. Kyle Owens, and Dirt Sheet Brandon Ogden. Welcome, fellas.
What's up? Glad to be back. It's happy to be chatting with you guys. It's kind of we got to see each other a lot during football season, and now during basketball season, we're seeing each other a lot. This is the first time we really get to be all together and talk wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling, that real sport, KO. For those that try to call it fake, it's a real sport. I was telling a certain disbeliever this week. I was like, man, I was on ESPN and watching my sports info, and they had their interviewing about Royal Rumble this week. I'm like, obviously it's on ESPN, so it's got to be a sport.
Yeah, I mean, it was on that what a couple nights ago. I was up working and stuff. It was like the A block of Sports Center.
Yeah.
It was that. It was yesterday because it was that they did like a whole 15 minutes about Brock because he called into the McAfee show to declare, which that was just a cool he calls him on his phone and FaceTimes it wasn't even a scheduled guest. He just randomly, hey, and Pat's like, what's up, man? He goes, oh, I'm in the Rumble.
Now, see, I hadn't seen that, so that's interesting.
I want to get y'all's thoughts on something. I heard something on another podcast that I was listening to, and I want to get y'all's thoughts real quick. So this guy was complaining that there hasn't been a lot of entrants announced for the Royal Rumble. Like they all started late. We didn't really know.
Oh, it's full though, right?
Well, there's the other thing. They told him Finn Balor was full on Monday, but then Brock announced on Wednesday that he was entering. So was it really full? I don't ever know. But
hey, maybe it's like the transfer portal though, where you can announce it whenever, but you had to enter it by a certain date. He entered with the company, but
hey, we need the transfer portal. We need the Rumble portal. You got to enter yourself into the portal, get into the Rumble. I don't know.
Well, Kyle, I think we hang out on different parts of the internet because the parts of the internet I'm on is people are complaining that they're announcing it, and it's like I miss the old days where we didn't. I was like, no, we always knew because they used to do the whole ping pong ball thing. We used to not only know who was in it, we used to know what order they were coming in. So but people were like, I hate that they're going to announce that there's going to be no surprises. And then Triple H comes out and says the men's Rumble is going to have a lot of surprises, which I don't believe because he always says that. I think his surprises are Obafemi and Chad Gable, which we already know are good.
We already know. Yeah, I think I guess we are on different sides of the internet because the side that I was on was complaining that that there hasn't been enough entrants announced, and I had your same point of view. I'm like, but I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. I don't want to know who's coming.
There's been a big chunk announced.
Yeah, there's 15 guys announced already and 14 women. So when you count in the NXT talent that they're going to use, you're looking at and then the people coming back, you're looking at maybe 4 or 5 actual surprises between both Rumbles. And I mean, I would rather not know who's entering till day of. Don't tell me. I don't.
So,
I want to
tell me 1 and 2 maybe, but that's it.
So you want to have that 30th entrant, come in at the last minute and be a surprise, it's that.
I already know who number 30
music
is.
hits, and you're like, oh, he's back. It's the Professor.
Yeah.
Professor Diggs is back with us. Welcome, sir.
I feel like it's been a while, but I'm happy. It is Royal Rumble season. It is realignment season. It is the gateway to the rest of our lives, starting with this show tonight.
I like that. It's definitely we've got haven't got that scheduled yet, but we are planning on doing a realignment. Did we lose Kyle?
The Big Oos is intimidated by my greatness.
My internet glitched out. All y'all were spinning like little, nothing was there.
You had a great expression on your face, frozen there, KO. It was a nice smile.
I didn't know what was going on. What's up, Professor? How are you, sir?
It's been a while, but I'm glad to be here. Two Show Diggsy is back, and I'm excited to talk the Royal Rumble. This is one of the first times in a long time, I'm actually kind of caught up on things. It's been at the expense of AEW. I'm about 3 weeks behind on AEW. I'm on Maximum Carnage over there. But I watched Monday Night Raw, so I am ready to go. I'm ready for all of the surprises. I'm ready for the build your own stadium at Saudi Arabia. Apparently, that's what we're doing now, and it's going to be a great time.
How safe can that be? If you build it in a month, like I feel like that's. I don't know.
Part of the reason why we watch, it's like, hey, it's like a UFC. You're hoping for somebody to die, I think, and here, Saudi Arabia, we're going to be hoping for a stadium collapse. Maybe not like that, but it's at least. I'm sure there's some offshore betting agency or a prediction market, as we like to call it, that's got odds on that.
Man, there's always odds on something.
Didn't Allen build that beautiful facility and then they couldn't even play in it that first year because there was something wrong with the foundation?
They did play it the first year, and I actually was at the last game, played in it before. Then they had to it was a state semifinal game, and then they were going to shut it down to redo the whole thing.
I mean listen, I'm impressed that they got that stadium built up as quick as they did, but I'm also concerned if you build something that quick, how sturdy is it really? So. I hope everybody stays safe. That's my hope.
But it's Riyadh season.
It is Riyadh season. Dun dun dun, or whatever that little jingle is.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh man, we were talking about, Diggs, how long it's been since we actually did a show. Looking back, like WrestlePalooza time. So a lot has happened in the last few months. John Cena is now retired. I don't know, that whole run was kind of weird. I'm looking forward to, I know we were talking about it before, watching the Unreal episodes. Diggs, have you gotten to see any of those?
I saw season 1, but I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Okay. There's Brandon still, 2 episodes in, Brandon?
2 episodes in, yeah.
So Kyle and I finished it. It's definitely great, but then it leads you up to the Cena. I'm looking forward to season 3 because they kind of play out the rest of the Cena. I'm interested to see kind of behind the scenes how all that stuff took place there, but it's a good watch, and maybe once everyone's watched it, it'd be good. We can talk about that at some point. But yeah, I was a little surprised by the whole Cena finish. Kind of the way he went out. I mean, you look back at it now, I guess he's you look at Gunther and what he's doing now. It's kind of played into his new character. Or you say that they're going to say he's the career killer, trying to take out AJ here. So I guess maybe they're going to use it. Okay. I feel like it's too much like Randy Orton's Legend Killer gimmick.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like the John Cena ending. I mean, I didn't like the tapping out. Let him destroy him, let him kill him, leave him in a bloody mess, but don't make him tap out. I mean, come on.
With a smile. It was like,
with a smile, just.
I know.
I kind of liked it though, Dig, because and at first though I was like you. At first, when it happened, and then even a couple of days after, I was like, man, I do not like that ending. But the more I slept on it, the more I gnawed on it a little bit, it made sense, right? Like he is the John Cena character on TV was the never give up type. He's never gonna tap, never gonna give up. But he's retiring. So I think it was kind of poetic justice. It was poetic a little bit of him just being like that smile, like, this is it, man. You got me. And then he just, going away from that character and kind of fulfilling that story. So I kind of, looking back at it now, I like it. But at first, I did not like it at all.
Brandon, what do you think about
it? It was an interesting year, because hearing Cena talk about it too is like there was things he wanted, like he originally had like 200 and something dates he wanted to do, and they shortened it to 36 or like. So there's a lot of stuff he wanted to do that they didn't get, and it seemed like, I mean, and like you said, we'll probably see more on that. I mean, that showed some of it on this season, and then they showed some on last season about the heel turn and stuff. But I kind of I want maybe a documentary on Cena's last year. Just kind of what was supposed to happen, what did happen, and I feel like some of it was rushed, some of it wasn't. I think some of it wasn't planned as well as it should have been, but it was still like we had some good moments, but yeah, like the start was rocky, the middle was pretty good, and then the ending was kind of meh. So it was like, but yeah, it's just weird, that you never know with wrestling, but I believe Cena when he says we will never see him in a ring again. I actually believe him. Most people you like, oh yeah, we're gonna see you in about 5 or 6 years, and especially when the Mania comes to Saudi and they throw $10 million at you for a match or so. But I believe him that we won't see him in a ring again. So. We'll see Undertaker versus Stone Cold when they're 70, but we won't see.
Hey, you smiled. Are you taking $10 million for a match in Saudi?
If somebody wants to give me $10 million for a match, I will take mini Gunther chops for $10 million.
That's nuts.
Please.
That's nuts that they're just throwing that kind of cash out. I mean,
they got it though. I mean, they built up a stadium in 3 weeks. They got it.
Yeah, I guess so. That'll be interesting to see because as we get to the Rumble and talk about it, who can they buy to be in the Rumble? I mean, they got all kinds of money. It could be interesting. I mean, you got lots of options. Like we said, they're about half the participants announced. I am on the long lines. I'd rather not know, too many. I want surprise. I want to be like on the edge of my seat, like who's next? Not, well, it's got to be this person because he's the only one left. I'd rather, be on the edge of my seat. There's some that I'd like to see, and some that I think we will see, but I guess we'll have to find out. I guess we can start talking about the build up here. I know we got the Rumble, but what's y'all's favorite build up coming into the Rumble? I mean, the Fatu thing coming back has been pretty interesting with him, Cody Rhodes. You've got Drew McIntyre. There's a lot of good feuds going on. To me, like there's some good stories being told. You're a storyteller, Professor. Do you like the storylines coming into this event?
No, I think this has been a kind of a dark zone in WWE right now because of the lack of compelling stories and lack of compelling characters. To be honest, I feel like WWE is. I feel like they at some point because of Cena, they said, "Look, we got to kind of." Push some younger talent. Let's get some of our NXT talent up there. So it just feels like almost like after a draft where there's just a lot of mixed matched parts and we're still trying to figure it out. We got some really key injuries. And I mean, going into WrestleMania, even a couple of years ago, it's like, oh, we know we're going to get Cody and Roman, or we know we're going to get to finish this story. Right now, I could not guarantee one Mania main event that I'm excited about. So that has me worried. But at the same time, there's a lot of opportunity there for them.
Yeah, they didn't really build to the Rumble this year. Like I feel like they spent so much more time building for Saturday Night Main Event last week. Like I mean, and the Rumble sells itself because that's what you're excited about is the match. But normally there's still like something, because even like the AJ Gunther, they threw that together at the last second. Like normally there's still something like, we were talking about past Rumbles we went to. Well, that first one I went to was they did the Kevin Owens and Roman match with Jericho in the shark cage. They spent months building to that. And then, even the Cena AJ title match that year. So, this year, with now the Saturday Night Main Event, I think it got so much attention because that Saturday Night Main Event was built pretty well. But the Rumble, they haven't, they just kind of ignored it.
Do we think a lot of the Seth Rollins injury has affected this? Because he was got to be in some of these plans, and he's not there. So maybe they're not able to build. It'll be interesting to see where he's placed when he comes back. Obviously, he's got some vision to take care of, I'm sure. But I think that to me, that's probably a lot of it. I think you could do him and Reigns, but Reigns is on his normal vacation. I'm sure he'll show up at the Rumble and.
Well, he's already said they've announced that one.
They
did like the little montage, Seth hadn't been there. Roman hadn't been there. LA Knight's been off of TV. I expect him back this Saturday, but he's been off of TV. And then like your tag champs is Jay's there every week, but Jimmy's having to be gone with Naomi right now. And so who knows when he comes back.
And that was another one. Naomi probably would have been a big piece in this upcoming Mania.
Right. Well, yeah, and she was the champion. She was the champion. So Fatu's gone, been gone. He just came back. And so like you've been missing a lot of big pieces, and then Brock's here it come and go. But like I'm looking for we got the infusion now with Javon Evans coming up, Obafemi, Trick Williams. Trick looks like that was the one thing I was begging for at Saturday Night Main Event was him not to eat the pin, because that guy looks like a star, and I was like, you got
a huge pop on
especially on SmackDown he did, and then also at Saturday Night Main Event, but I was like, I like what they're doing with him already, and I hope those type of guys have good showings in the Rumble. Like I want to see that. So I'm looking forward to seeing the infusion of the, and then even on the women's side, you got Jordan Grace coming up, but that's where the women's stuff's been stale right now because Lacour was hurt and she's doing stuff, but now she's back, but she's doing the stuff for Raquel, but Raquel's also tied in with the Judgment Day stuff.
Well,
Brandon, and then the women's side, Jade, has she defended her title yet? I mean,
not,
and they don't have no one for her because like they're already throwing Jordan Grace up there, but like
here's
Charlotte and Alexa are doing tag team, and
with the women's, we've been begging for some stories with the tag teams, right?
And that's what we've got.
They've done a really good job of building the women's tag team division, but that takes so many of your talents to the tag division. Who's left in the single side? That's kind of where
they've done single side. They've done good with the secondary titles, like Becky with her run right now is, I mean, it's one of her best runs with what she's doing, and so that's been good. And then even the US stuff was good until then they took it off of Chelsea, but Chelsea was killing it over there too. So
I'd almost say that the women's tag division has been more interesting than the men's as of late.
It's definitely good. I mean, the men's one we had a title change there, but it had been just kind of stale. And then the men's one, like we said, I mean, Jay and Jimmy Jimmy's gone, so and they did that, but the match the other night for number one contender, and I wasn't expecting that result, but I thought it was like I thought New Day was like minus 20,000 to win that.
And it's not just you saying it, Brandon. It's everybody saying it. It's Bleacher Report and Sports Illustrated. They're all saying it, you know?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Go
ahead.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if you know this, Diggsy, but Brett and Brandon know. I haven't watched AEW in at least 2 or 3 months. Like I quit watching it because I was sick of just being frustrated with the product week in and week out. And I'm not to that point with WWE, but I'm kind of on the same vein as you. Like nothing is really exciting right now. And I know this is not an AEW show, but it's on both companies. And that's why I quit watching AEW, but I'll watch WWE because that's what I grew up on. But it's just nothing's grabbing me and I think you're right. There's no story that just you can sink your teeth into. It's kind of just stuff that's thrown together. Everything feels rushed. There's no heart behind it. It feels like, hey, we got a show to do. Let's go out here, put this on, go for it. It doesn't seem like they're Triple H, we thought was a long-term booker, right? Right now, it doesn't seem like a lot of long-term plans coming together. And they're right. You're right. There's a lot of injuries. SmackDown's roster right now, though, is deplorable. Like, it's bad. It is a bad roster. There is nobody to feud with Jade. There's nobody Michin, B-Fab. Like, what are we doing with, like, up against Jade Cargill? And you're right, Brett, what you said with the tag team division. You're taking all of your singles competitors and mix matching these tag teams for belts that don't matter. Like, we need to drop this tag team.
No, don't worry. It's almost Tiffy time. Don't worry.
And to your point, Kyle, and Dirt Sheet Brandon can kind of get into this. I read some stuff that they didn't even know they were going to do that title change with Drew and Cody. They just kind of talked about it and they felt like it was right. I mean, that's not long-term booking. That's like, hey, we have an opportunity. Do you want to do something with it? But there's no story with it.
They're booking for moments. They're not booking for a story. They're booking to get a big pop, get that big reaction, get the online reaction, and then they're good with it. And that's fine. I mean, it's making them money. They're selling out arenas left and right, and ticket prices are just going up and up. So it's working for them. But me as a consumer, as a watcher, is it good? Is it good wrestling matches? Most of the time, yes. Saturday night's main event, I enjoyed it. It was 2 hours, 3 matches. We got in, got out. It was good quality. But now what? Like, now what are you going to do following it up? So I'm excited for the Rumble because it is the Royal Rumble. Like, I'm excited to see who's coming out when and all that. But overall, wrestling as a whole, I'm just kind of down on it right now. It doesn't feel like there's anything you can really get invested in. Like, we had the Bloodline storyline that week in and week out, you were looking forward to it on television. There's no storyline that I'm looking forward to on television right now.
I mean, Adam Pearce yelling at the Vision, is it just not giving you
it doesn't grab me
you need?
there. It doesn't grab me there, Diggsy. It just doesn't grab me.
I'm interested to see where they go with the vision. You've got a bunch of guys that aren't normally really team guys, like Logan Paul. How long is he gonna be able to stick around with those guys? I know they've got this plan to let Braun Breaker, win. They're gonna help him win the Rumble. I mean, is Logan Paul gonna be able to do that? He said he did. He said he was. I mean, Austin Theory, he's in this group. He comes in looking like $1 million. I like his character coming back, but like they've got these guys together. I don't know, like, what's their why?
You like
reason?
Timu Seth Rollins?
I mean, that's again, I don't know.
The only reason they put him in the group was to take pinfalls. I know he got to win Monday night, but the only reason he's in that group is to take pinfalls. And I hate it because I like Austin Theory, and you're right. He looks phenomenal, and he can go in the ring. But if you had to pick somebody out, you're not pinning Seth, you're not pinning Braun, you're not pinning Bronson. Theory's your fall guy. Like, that's the only reason he's in the group. He feels almost out of place with the group because he's just there to take pins.
Well, that's
Finn Balor almost.
Yeah, and that's kind of my thought. I'm like, what are they really doing besides just trying to help Braun Breaker win? He already had his title shot and didn't get it. Now he's going to they're going to help him win the Rumble. I just feel like something's going to happen here, and somebody's going to get their ego's going to get in their way, and they're going to eliminate somebody, and it's going to cause a little stir. Maybe Rollins comes back and eliminates a couple, and they feud, and I don't know what they'll do with that, but it's a little strange. Like, you put the name Logan Paul was the one that was kind of odd to me. Like, why is he in this group? Just he's coming out there and they beat him up. He's like, well, I guess since I can't beat him, I'm just going to join him. Like, he's never been a group guy, and if he's not the leader, it's kind of weird to me. Like, he's just this little lackey, and I've never been a Logan Paul fan, like, just because I just don't really like the guy in general. But I mean, he does good work in the ring. I mean, he's a great heel, but he just doesn't fit being a secondary guy to me. I don't know.
I'm always amused when you got Paul Heyman coming out there and he's doing his thing and he's like talking about everybody, and Austin Theory, it's like crickets. But when Logan gets mentioned, I mean, the boos start raining in. I mean, he is a legitimate main event level heel, but I don't know that everybody else in that group even has that. Our big guy, Big Bronson Reed, they built him up. He has a win over Roman Reigns, and he just looks crazy.
Did you hear what his wife's name was, Diggs? Sue Nami.
Yeah, Sue, our friend Sue over there, part of the Golden Girls, I think.
I saw that online somewhere. Yeah,
CM Punk did that, but it's just all very uninspired right now, as KO said, and I'm looking for something. But that being said, I can crap on the product a lot, and I'm very unexcited about it. I feel you with AEW right now. AEW's got a lot better wrestling, but the storylines are left to be a little bit lukewarm. This could be potentially one of the best Royal Rumbles of all time if they do it right. But will they do it right? That's the big question.
It's a great question.
The history says no.
And shake the 8-ball, KO.
I'm hoping it'll do signs point to yes. Maybe.
But the opportunity for big surprises are there with AEW and this and TNA to a certain extent. The opportunities for big people who haven't been around in both the men and women's division is huge. I mean, you said 15. So, I mean, there are 8 to 10 legitimate, really good surprises we could have in this Royal Rumble that are going to really grab our attention and make us excited. Right now, like, I've been worried about, like, you're going to be like, okay, who are you going to pick, Diggs? I don't have a pick for this. So, I feel like my pick for the Royal Rumble is going to be somebody we don't know and somebody who we don't expect, because that's what this Royal Rumble is building up to. Because of the lack of storylines, there's just not a no-brainer like Cody. You're going to be like, oh, it's going to be Cody or Roman or this or that. I mean, I feel like the Vegas favorite right now is Braun, but I mean, no, I don't think people are interested in that.
It's because he's got 3 goons to help him win.
Okay, Brandon,
I think the Vegas favorite is Roman.
You just gave me a look, Brandon. What do you?
I think the Vegas favorite's Roman.
Yeah, Roman. The women's one's tighter. Like the women, it seems like both are no brainers, but the men's one's like super no brainer. Like the odds are like if Allen was playing Huntington in football, like that how much Roman's like a huge favorite.
Wow. Oh.
That's a surprise to me, but I mean, okay. Another Roman main event title match with no story. I mean, I don't think he needs a redemption arc.
He needs some redemption tour. He's just so mistreated. He's gotta win back his respect. All right, y'all. You talked about a minute ago, just like with the Drew thing, like with Cody and Drew. They just kind of all of a sudden, hey, let's go with Drew McIntyre to win. Let's talk about the first match that's on here. We'll do the Rumbles last. You got McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Do they pull the trigger on Sami Zayn? Now, I've got two thoughts on this. One, they just put the belt on McIntyre, so they probably shouldn't. Two, Sami's never won the world title. He's got connections over there in Saudi. The pop would be maybe one of the biggest ever. I mean, everybody loves the underdog, Sami Zayn. Do they pull the trigger? I mean, do you think they are? I mean, they hadn't been bashful about swinging these titles around. Do they do it for the pop that they could get on Sami Zayn's first world championship win? I mean,
but what would get the bigger pop though is what this would be the bigger, and speaks to what Dig said about the surprises you could have is he gets close but loses to Drew. Drew gets more heat, right? And then maybe Drew even does some, post-match antics, attacks him a little bit, gets even more heat, and and then Sami comes and enters the Rumble late, and then he wins the Rumble to end the night. There's the pop. I mean, that's going to be even bigger pop than him winning the title that night. Even though it's a title, I think him winning the Rumble to close the show would be the bigger pop. And I don't know if either's going to happen. I think I would say there's more of a chance he wins the Rumble than wins the title, but I don't think either will happen.
Yeah. I mean, I see that, but my point is like, so you got Sami in a title match now, he loses, and then he wins the Rumble. So we got Sami again in a title match. I don't know if I want to see that again. Like,
yeah, but maybe it's not Drew he's facing this time, or maybe maybe he goes to the other show, or maybe someone else wins it at the Elimination Chamber. You never know. Like even though WrestleMania doesn't seem that far away, there's still a lot that can happen. And like we said, that we don't know the WrestleMania stories yet. So hopefully a lot happens between now and then because they got some work to do.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna stick with McIntyre because I think he's gonna win. But I think it would be a cool deal. I mean, I'm not a huge. I mean, I like McIntyre. I'm glad he's getting his flowers now. I mean, he kind of got the Raw deal. His title runs were kind of on COVID times where no one was in the arena. But I think it would be huge and a cool moment for Sami if he was to get the win. All right, Kyle, what are you thinking here?
I want to ask you, where is WrestleMania next year?
It's in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so Drew McIntyre's winning Saturday because you just put the belt on this guy, and you just talked about it. His last title reign that he had, his actual reign, was during the COVID time, and he was looking at monitors holding up his belt. And then the last time he actually won the title, he was an idiot, and he got it taken away from him. So this is his first real title reign. It's his first title defense. He's not losing. That would be dumb for them to put a loss on him. I get what you're saying. Yes, Sami's huge over in Saudi, but you said it too. He's everyone's favorite underdog. I shook my head because I've told y'all this before. I'm sick of it. Like Sami's good in the ring, and I like Sami. Like I do, but it's the same old tired shtick every single time.
He's gonna get beat down for 90% of the match, and then he's gonna get fired.
He's gonna have a comeback.
He'll come back,
and there's gonna be a near fall.
He's gonna win.
Yeah,
maybe the referee gets knocked down. Drew cheats. Drew gets the win.
Not everybody's meant to be a world champion, and I think he's. I don't think he's like world champion.
I think he does become a same. I think he's done enough to earn it. Like I think he will become a world champion. But what it's gonna do, because he's the ultimate underdog, he's gonna lose on Saturday. Everybody's gonna feel bad for him in Saudi. Blah blah blah. He's gonna have to go this whole year being the underdog, fighting, battling, scrapping. He'll probably win next year's Rumble. Then he wins the title next year in Mania. There's your big pop. Biggest show of the year in Saudi. I think that's where he actually wins because we just talked about it. WWE is about moments, not about storylines. There's no bigger moment than WrestleMania in Saudi for Sami to win his title. So I think that's what they ultimately do. So I'm going to take Drew on Saturday.
Yeah, good point. I like that.
Now, keep in mind, Dirt Sheet Brandon, I have not been reading the dirt sheets because I've been so perpetually behind. So I don't want you to start saying, well, that can't happen because I know all of this secret stuff. But a name you did not mention that, at least to me, feels like it's in play is Kevin Owens, because it's been 11 months. I mean, that's when he got hurt, is in February. You might know he's out for another year and a half or whatever from dirt sheets. To me, it feels like he's due to come back. And I'll run that back with Sammy and KO one more time. World title, not world title. I'm okay with that one more time because they work so well together and they can make it so great. And then if we got potentially Jericho coming back with all of that and the list and how there are storylines that are kind of just waiting there if they want it. So I can see them elevating Sammy if they have a storyline. But again, because of the lack of storylines currently, I'm a little bit skeptical of that. So I think Drew should be the odds-on favorite, but I can see Sammy win with the right storyline being given to him.
Yeah, I like that. We had he wins the title, and then KO returns and comes out and lays him out, and sets up a.
I would love to see Uncle Kevin return. I don't have any inside information, Digby.
Come on, you're supposed to know about Uncle Kevin.
He hasn't hit me back. Uncle Kevin, if you're listening, I'd love a response to my text I sent you. But I don't think he's coming back right now. Like, I think the neck injury was a serious one. Like, I think just by the way he was talking about it, and there's been absolutely nothing said about him, which could be a good thing. But
did you see Seth Rollins? His knee injury was so serious too.
Yeah, that's different though.
This is all
different.
But they could.
I think this is a legit injury.
I do too. But you could nowadays. You could prolong it a little bit, act like he's out, indefinitely. Don't mention him on air, and then that's when they get you.
And I hope so.
I hope they do that.
So. But I would love it. I just don't see it happening. But I would absolutely love to see Uncle Kevin back.
All right, Brandon.
I mean, I thought I picked Drew. I mean,
did you? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I said Sammy's not winning the. Yeah,
okay, so
Drew's gonna win.
So since we've all picked now, Brandon, I'm sure you have the odds in front of you. How much are the odds on
let's see. Did I see odds for this match? I don't think they had them because when they sent they sent a new thing today. She's like props and stuff for the Rumble, but for the matches they didn't. I don't think they had this match because it wasn't set yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they sent this. The only match they had was the Gunther Styles one because it wasn't because they sent this before Saturday Night Main Event.
Okay. Well, I would imagine if I was a betting man, and I'm not really, I would guess that McIntyre is a pretty heavy favorite because Sammy's an underdog, right? I mean,
that's what I would assume. Yeah.
Okay.
The ultimate underdog, Sami Zayn.
All right, this is a highly debated one, and I've torn on this one. AJ Styles and Gunther. I mean, man, this is going to be a great match. You got two ways you can go with it. You can have Gunther pin him here. He retires. AJ goes off, does his TNA run or AEW run or whatever he wants to do this year. And because I know I have seen, I don't know if you guys have seen it, he did apply for some of those the phenomenal one trademarks. Yeah. So he's preparing to do that at some point. Now, you could see AJ get the win over Gunther and they extend this out, and then maybe I've read online where Gunther ends up wanting a rematch and he puts his career, it's career versus career match, and then maybe AJ goes out at Mania. So I don't know. There's a couple ways you could do that. This is a hard one to pick for me though, because I mean, it really just seems like AJ's leaving here. Contract and stuff. I think I've heard different dates, but I think it's somewhere close to being up here. I mean, he could work off of a handshake deal, or they could extend him for a little bit this year. But I don't know. I just feel like that they're really pushing Gunther. I think this is going to be the year of the career ending for Gunther. I think he could end maybe Brock's career at some point. Brock's getting up there in age. Man, you could imagine him they're just putting the rocket on Gunther, and right now it's working. I mean, he is I mean, he's getting close up there on heel wise. I mean, he probably is more hated than Dom at this point, maybe after the whole Cena thing and how he's acted coming back. And now you got a crowd favorite in AJ Styles. If he ends his career, you're going to see more of his arrogance and stuff online. So I really hope AJ wins because I want to see him in some more matches. I feel like we didn't get that match last week. He got interrupted. I really wanted to see him actually have a finish in that match. I wanted to see and I feel like that was kind of disappointing, but I just think it's Gunther. I think he's going to win, and AJ goes and does his other stuff this year and gets a little run with either TNA, AEW, ROH, whatever. I hope he doesn't, but that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, AJ he's favored, which kind of surprises me, but I'm picking Gunther. I think AJ. I think he goes to TNA, and then that way they got the relationship. He's gonna go TNA and then still have WWE, and NXT matches because they have the crossover, so he can go to TNA and do his finish off TNA, but he can still be at WrestleMania this year. He can I even saw a tease. There was like a little teaser on social media, and it was, I think WWE posted it, but it was like AJ with Ava and like where they like a workaround like he can't go to SmackDown, but he could go to straight to NXT if he loses his match. But his contract also ends, I think, Sunday.
It's
like
pretty close.
His contract's about to end, so like I think that's what it is. He lets the contract end, and he goes to TNA, and then still gets to have crossover matches, and maybe one day have a rematch with Gunther. Like who knows? But so yeah.
I disagree with you, Brett, just because I feel like they have kind of botched Gunther, or whatever you want to call him, Walter, multiple ways, because I mean, he just beat Cena. He made him tap out. In his very first match, he's basically fake tapping out to AJ Styles. That is not strong heel kind of stuff right there. I mean, it's a nice thing, but it shows he was.
It was him being smart though, Diggs. He tapped out away from the referee on purpose so they would break the hold. Kyle loves that because the refs didn't see it. I know that's why he's laughing up there, because the referees can't see.
No, you're saying it made Gunther look smart. It made AJ look like an idiot. Like, why? Just because he tapped, why are you releasing? Why are you releasing before the bell sounds?
But that's like one of his, like, he's a tricky heel. Like he's smart in the ring. He's a I don't know, right, but that was an interesting way. You don't see that a whole lot, right? That's not something we see a ton of, where he tapped. He was smart enough to tap where we could all see it, but it was away from the referee. AJ felt it. He breaks the hold. Obviously, yes, he shouldn't have broken the hold because the referee didn't, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's a weak booking, but I think that his heel work right now he doesn't have to do much. Like the Cena thing has really just elevated him as this heel, and now he's going after all these guys that are long-term WWE guys, or like some guys that have been there a while, and I think they've got a good gimmick for him, especially if they build up. And I just saw rumors about the whole Brock Lesnar thing. Like Brett Lesnar wants to finish up here. I've read rumors at SummerSlam he's gonna end Brock Lesnar's career, so we'll see. I mean, it's early in the story. But yeah, that was a little strange. But overall, I've really liked his heel work.
I'm just a little disappointed because he was previously like just the badass. He was previously just I'm a bad guy. I don't have to cheat to win. I'm just better than you. And and then he had to tap out at Mania to Jay, and it's just been a little bit weak booking. And they kind of redeemed him a little bit with the Goldberg and Cena endings, but then he's already tapping out to AJ, who's basically on his last legs. I mean, when's the last time AJ has won a meaningful match? He lost to Cena. I mean, so we're not even talking about AJ being built up well to go at this. And now it just feels like it's just WWE doing kind of shoddy booking right now. I think Gunther is a favorite, and it's kind of sad because I would have liked to see AJ with a few more moments that are not TNA based or external based, but they're just kind of rushing this. Again, it just does not show that forethought of, okay, how can we kind of milk this and make it interesting? It's just, up quickly. It's done. And it feels like if Gunther loses, we just wasted Cena.
I agree with Diggs on this. I think they are kind of fumbling Gunther's what he did with retiring Cena. Like that first night after he retired Cena, that was the hottest. Like he got booed out of the building. But since then, yeah, he's still getting boos, but it's dying off little by little to me every week. And because he's doing the same thing every week. He's just coming out, I made Cena tap like and then he, like he's just doing the same thing every single week. Like there's no story, there's no progression, which is what we've been talking about. Like he's just doing the same thing. He should be out here destroying folks. Like you should be building him up. You're putting a rocket pack on him, build him up and make him strong. I see what you're saying, and I can spin it that way in my head. He's smart. Oh, I'm gonna tap, but then it just makes AJ look stupid. And AJ is a smart wrestler. He's been doing it for years. Like you can get that over on a rookie, but not on AJ. Like that's so. I think this Saturday that it's something AJ said. I think it was Monday or maybe it was last week, but he said that if he loses, it'll be his last match in WWE. He made sure to add that WWE in there. So I do think he loses Saturday and he ends up in TNA or wherever. And Brandon, I don't know if he's going to show back up. I know they do have that crossover. I don't know if he'll show back up because, again, like he said, I think he's done with WWE. I don't know if he'll, again, is anyone ever really done? I think Cena is, but outside of that, is anyone ever really done? I don't know. But I think he does lose Saturday, and it's a shame because it feels rushed. It feels so haphazard. Like they just AJ.
We got this whole thing with Cena, and then you got Styles. Oh, he's gone in like a month later. Like,
yeah, and you can't do a whole year retirement tour.
No,
for
not a whole year,
and,
but like I feel like he deserves a little more than just this.
100%, and I think he deserves to retire on U.S. soil, not overseas, where U.S. fans can't celebrate what he's done for wrestling. But I mean, I do think he's done, and I hate it, and it does feel haphazard. Like they got that Cena match going, then they quickly got that Shinsuke match that he wanted, then they quickly got that Punk match. Like they're just quickly throwing through these things because I think he's done. Shinsuke, he deleted it, but he put out a story that basically was like thanking AJ for everything, kind of spoiled the Saturday. Like he kind of, and he immediately had to take it down. So I think in the way that Michael Cole and all of them are talking and the packages that are showing, I think he is done. And it sucks because AJ's phenomenal, no pun intended. And I think he's still got a lot left in the gas tank. And we'll see him in TNA though. But I am definitely picking Gunther to win this match.
Yeah, a lot of it, Kyle, is just because of the timing of the contract too. Is why it's got to be rushed because his contract ends. Like so, if they're gonna do it, and I think if he made it clear, hey, I'm not re-signing, so let's do something real quick. But it has been rushed. But I think part of that is by design, like not by design, but because of the circumstances.
And it's 10 years to the day,
10 years,
or 10 years
exactly.
to the Rumble. I mean,
yeah,
it's a perfect time if you're going to go, this is the perfect time to do it. So
yeah, and like you said, he may not ever come to a Raw or SmackDown or like you said, but I do think he'll have NXT matches, and maybe not on but also maybe not on WWE programming, but have the WWE guys come to TNA. He wins the title over there, and maybe he faces Gunther for that TNA title at a Slammiversary or something.
I think that would. I see what you're saying. That would kind of ruin it for me. Like, hey, he retired him, so he should never fight Gunther again.
Okay,
like,
maybe not Gunther, but face some, have people come over, and
yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how they spin it, but.
And to that end, when I represented Off the Ropes a couple weeks ago in the TNA when they came to the Colwell Center, thank you, Brett, for your expertise and your brand name to get me in there. With
I'm glad we can get you in somewhere.
All of the perks that he was on that show, and he kind of insinuated he would like one more TNA championship. So I do think there's a lot of smoke when it comes to this TNA thing, and some of the ideas that Brandon mentioned about having his dream matches come fight him in TNA for that. I think it has a lot of weight.
All right. Those are the only two matches that I have besides the Rumbles. Is that what y'all had? There's only two that I saw. Okay.
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Triple H don't do more than 4 matches on a card.
Yeah. Well, and the Rumbles are so long too.
Yeah.
But last year
2 hours of the show.
we had Cody and I think and KO like in a ladder match or something, or maybe it was 2 years ago. There's always been a really good match, and this year it's just kind of like you got the Rumbles and kind of some fillers, so it's not great.
Oh, Brett, that first Rumble we went to, they did like 4 pre-show matches, and then they did like, I mean, it was like an 8-match card, but there wasn't a women's Rumble at the time. But,
yeah, when the women's Rumble, each one of them is going to be over an hour, closer to an hour and a half a piece by the time you get your entrances and all that stuff. So I mean, you're still going to have probably those two matches, probably still a 3.5, 4 hour show.
I think you're looking at 4 hours, but you're talking about the main events at Rumble. Diggs, I don't know if you were on earlier when I told them, but I'm watching Royal Rumble from 2023 because it's the one I was at in San Antonio, and the main event of that show was Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, and it was the night that Sammy turned on Roman. So to your point, there's usually a big story that can kind of cap off everything, and there's not this. I mean. Maybe Drew and Gunther and AJ. It doesn't have that punch that it used to have for a main event.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the women's Royal Rumble first here. I've got the list of, I guess these are the ones that have been announced. And Brandon, I'm sure you'll know if this is incorrect or maybe it's not updated. But I've got Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Jordan Grace, Becky Lynch, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Last Legend, Julia, and Maxine Dupree. Is that anybody else that you?
So much for the surprises. There's everybody on the roster.
I'm not even sure who's in it. Like when that sounds right, all I have is like like the odds to win, which those people don't technically hadn't been announced yet. So
yeah, I heard. So I was listening to. I'm a Patreon subscriber to whatchamacallit? Fightful, yeah. And I was listening to Sean Ross Sapp's show, and he was going over odds, and like it was funny because he'd say odds of so and so. Oh, they're not going to be in the match. He was basically they just put anybody
that has a chance,
randomly in there. So here's the things that I'm gonna say we're gonna pick 2 things. Okay, you're gonna pick one person that's not listed here that you think's showing up. Your biggest, shocker, who you think's gonna show up. That's not listed, so a surprise entrant, and then who you think's gonna win. So we'll do 2 for this, and then we can discuss all that.
Can I request a third pick, just to say like who's going to be the person that doesn't win but gets a little bit, like Gunther a couple of years ago when he lasted an hour. There's always somebody they push,
or like most, or either that or most eliminations, or like
or like your long shot pick, like someone you think that could someone
not even that, just somebody you think they're going to promote.
Like, they're not going to win, but maybe they go from like 1 to 22, or they go from like 15 and make it to like the final 5.
So let's say they have an impressive showing.
Yes, the impressive showing push, because everybody always gets an impressive showing push at the Royal.
I got my 2 for those easily.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go with my surprise entrance, and it may not be a surprise entrance. I'm going with AJ Lee as my surprise entrance. It's not been announced. I think she'll be in. I think that's going to be a storyline thing where she's going to eliminate Becky Lynch to kind of continue that rivalry going towards Mania that I'm excited about. So I'm going with AJ Lee. KO, who's your surprise entrant?
Again, I don't think this is much of a surprise, but I'm going with the greatest, the fastest, the strongest, the best, the EST. I think Bianca Belair returns on Saturday night in the Rumble, and I think she has an impressive showing as well.
Oh, so that's my combo pick. Pow, pow. I think she's the most impressive showing, and she makes her return. Okay. Professor?
Yeah, I think we're going to see Bianca. I don't even think we're going to get an impressive showing out of her, though. I think she's just going to come in maybe 25 to 30, kind of like Cody did last year, where you just come in, you might eliminate a person or two. But I do think we are going to get Bianca as a big surprise.
All right, Brandon.
I mean, I expect Bianca to be in it, and I do think she returns. Okay. Here's one I don't think will happen, but I'm gonna throw it out there just in case it does, as the big, because this would be a big surprise, and it'd be Saraya Paige. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one, but I don't think it'll happen. But that, like, I want it to happen.
Yeah.
And then the actual surprise I could see actually happening, and I still think it'd be a big surprise. And she said she would never come back to WWE, but just for this one off, and her sister's there, would be Brie.
Oh, Brie Bella.
Yeah, I could see that just because, like, just for one off. But yeah, so
Okay. All right. So your most impressive performance. Mine is gonna be Oba Femi.
I thought we were in the women's match.
We're in the women's
I'm
match.
sorry. Oh, yeah, we are in the women's match. I'm sorry.
Hey, if Oba was in the women's match, though, definitely most impressive showing.
My fault.
We're in Saudi Arabia.
I got ahead
don't
of
think we're
myself.
going to be that
I
flexible.
got ahead of myself. I was excited about that one. When we started talking about most impressive,
Spoiler.
that was the first one that came to my mind.
Oba female.
Yes. Well, Okay. So women's most impressive. And this can be anybody, right? It doesn't have to be anybody that was named.
Whoever your heart desires, Brett.
I think
I can tell you're thinking, and I got mine, and you heard his. So I'll let you. I'll let you bail out. But I think they're going to put the rocket ship to Sol Ruca. I just feel like with what you're kind of seeing with NXT, and right now, I think she's going to come in and be in there 40, 45 minutes, and they're going to talk about her. And she just looks like a star, and I feel like with her moveset, she has a really good opportunity to kind of be the Athena of WWE. Maybe on the mid card, and just be somebody who is consistent. So I think Sol Ruca is going to be my most improved surprise person. So I gave you a little bit of time.
I like
KO said
that
Bianca.
I like that one. I like that one,
Diggs. That's a good pick.
So Diggs, I'm playing off that too. Like, I like that but my answer, like, I agree with you on Sol. I think she's gonna have a big showing. My answer, I don't know how long she's gonna be in it. I think she'll be in a while, but I also think she's gonna be the one that eliminates the most and has a big strong showing. Lash Legend. I think she's gonna be the one that eliminates the most people. And so
Legend.
Regardless, but also, and she's got help with Nia, so
does she eliminate Nia Jax?
Yeah, I think one of them will probably. I think Lash will go a while, eliminate a bunch of, and then maybe Nia throws her over and like, hey, new girl, I got to teach you something, like. So
okay, mine is Jordan Grace. I think Jordan Grace. I think she's got an outside shot of winning it. I don't know that she will, but I think she gets down to the end and she has an impressive showing, and she shows that power that she has. Like, it's still crazy to me that when I was watching her in TNA, like, she used to be like a lot bigger. Like, she was a big, like, Nia size, and she is cut. She is strong, and I don't want to meet her in a back alley. Like,
muscle muffin.
I mean, she is strong. So I think Jordan Grace is someone that I could see doing some damage in this Rumble.
I like that. I could see that too. I think it's kind of obvious they're building up Jordan and Jade. So
Correct.
I mean, yeah, I think it makes sense for her to win the Rumble. But yeah, I think it's a long shot. That's not my pick, but I think that's a long shot that I could. If she did win, it wouldn't be a total shot because I think
she's not my pick to win it. She's just my
you
pick.
said a long shot. Yeah, I'm with you.
Now, my pick to win it is probably a favorite. I'm going with Liv Morgan. I think it's Liv's time. I think she hasn't won a Rumble. I think I really think the main event scene needs Liv Morgan. We talked about how the women's scene right now is kind of in flux. Like, they need a main event star. Now, I know she's got the thing with Perez. I think they could have a great feud, Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan, later down the line after Liv gets it. Maybe she's tired of being second fiddle, later. and you've also got Raquel in there. It's all that weird. You could have some good matches there. A lot of stories pre-built in. But I'm going with Liv Morgan. I think it's her Rumble this time.
Yeah, I agree with you on the Liv. I think she's the favorite. I think she's gonna win. But I'm gonna give 250 to ones. I'm gonna give the one I think, but 250 to ones I think could win it. And Bailey and Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss is the one I'm gonna go. If a long shot wins, I think it's Alexa Bliss. Maybe a split with her and Charlotte, and but she's my long shot. One her and Bailey's another one I could see. And speaking of I think Lyra could have a strong showing in this match too. I think her and like Maxine Dupree, they'll do some things with them because they keep them strong. But yeah, but I think Liv is my pick to win it. But if it's my long shot, I'll go with Alexa.
All right.
It's hard to pick against Liv. Tiffy time seems like it could be a play here, if depending on that, because she got Money in the Bank and she's never won a Royal Rumble, and that's a star I think that they're really trying to build up as well. But Liv is one of the most fascinating characters. Just the way she dressed down Finn Balor on Raw this past week was showing strong heel characters. She got Dom coming back and still that kind of lingering with Roxanne Perez. She is so many good storylines. She's a really good wrestler as well. So I don't mind her winning. But what's going to be weird about this in Saudi Arabia is how they have to kind of dress the women because of Saudi Arabia. So now we're going to have like 30 of these kind of Power Rangers coming out. So it's going to be a little bit awkward, odd.
So you going with Liv then?
Yeah, I'll go with Liv.
Okay.
I'm going to make this a clean sweep, guys. I'm taking Liv Morgan as well. So I'll take Liv. I think we get Liv and Stephanie at Mania. I think Liv and Stephanie Vaquera at Mania. So I think that's why Liv's going to win the Rumble. But if we're going long shot, I'm going to stay in Judgment Day. Maybe Big Sexy. Raquel. Maybe Raquel Rodriguez.
I was hoping you'd say Roxanne.
Now, Brandon, you know I would love Roxanne to win. But I don't think it's her time. I don't think it's the Prodigy's time yet.
I think
for sure.
I think that Diggs and I are on the same wavelength. Liv's got so many built-in storylines that they can use her. Like she's got a pass with Rhea. She's got the deal with Roxanne and Raquel that they can spin into a story. Like she's got so many built-in stories. Like without even like if she wins, she's already got the stories pre-built in. Like they're already there.
That's why that's why Raquel's my long shot, because if Raquel does win it and then goes to Mania and wins the championship, there's some jealousy from Liv right there because now Raquel's got the belt. And so I think that, like to your point, there's so many built-in storylines there, but I'm going to take Liv Morgan to win the Royal Rumble.
And like the big thing of Royal Rumble is like the final four, because that's when they like kind of they'll do like a little face-off. And so I think it'd be Liv, Tiffany, like Dig said, and then Bianca, I think she'll be in the final four. And then one of like Rhea, Charlotte, Alexa, Raquel's, one of those four just being there. But I think Bianca, Liv, and Tiffany, I think those three will definitely be in that final four.
I like that. I'll add Bianca, Liv, Tiffy, and Rhea. I think it's going to be my final four.
I think those are the top four odds on favorites.
All right, let's move over to the men's match.
Obafemi.
Now that I've already ruined my breakout pick there. All right, so the announced participants: Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, Gunther, which I guess he's going to be in 2 matches. More power to him. Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Obafemi. So
question.
You've got the entire vision.
Basically. Ray got hurt Monday night. So is he still in the Rumble? Or was it not serious?
No, well, I don't know how serious it was. Now I did see him on a plane with like going over there. I think I saw him.
Him and Dragon Lee and one other, and they all had their mask off too.
Oh, and R-Truth had his. They were all at the table, and R-Truth acted like he had a mask on with his.
So, I mean, who knows? I mean, it looked like he took a shot, but You never know.
They threw the X up, and so that's why I figured it was something serious. And then they were supposed to do some post-match attack, and they tried to pick him up, and the ref had to literally get in between and be like, bro, he's hurt. Stop. And had to get him out of the ring.
Man, there's some people that I'm excited to see. Now, I'm not excited about the renaming of a certain character. I'm not a fan of, I think my surprise entrant into this Rumble, I don't know what, I can't remember. It was so dumb. I don't remember.
Royce Keys?
Yeah. Powerhouse Hobbs. I hope he comes in. I think he could be one of those that does a lot. He's my surprise entrant, but I think he also could be one that could, throw a bunch of guys out and make an impressive performance. But I'm going with Royce Keys, I guess is what they're going to call him. I'm not a
Royce is his real name. I don't know where Keys come from, but Royce is his real name.
Yeah, it's the Royce. It's
or no, his son's name. His son's name.
It's his son's name. Yeah, it was a lot like how Blake Monroe got her name. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I think Keys is his real name.
If his presentation is good and his music and his presentation, then we'll reserve that. It's just weird. It just Powerhouse Hobbs just really fits him. Like he's just
Gunther was weird too, and then we got used to it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, we get used to these name changes.
Okay, Kyle, who you got? Who's your surprise entrant?
I like that one. I like the Royce Keys. I think I don't know if it's a surprise really, but he's not on the list, so I'll say it. Or is he on the list? Dom? Is he on the list?
Dom is not on the list.
I think Dom comes back at Royal Rumble. I think we see Dominic Mysterio return.
I just thought you were gonna. Well, you just made the list. I thought that's where you were going.
Oh well, we all know he's coming back, don't we? Do we all agree he's coming back?
That's my surprise. I think.
The question is,
we're gonna have the countdown, and we're gonna have all of that, and it's gonna be a great.
I'm not even talking about that because I don't want to get my hopes up.
Please come back with his intro from AEW. Please don't bring back the Y2J.
Yeah. I don't think he's getting Fozzy. If he comes back at the Rumble, he's not getting Fozzy because they're going to play something that WWE would relate to.
They all going to know Fozzy, man. He'll get the biggest pop
with
that.
Do the Y2J countdown into Fozzy.
In Fozzy. Okay, perfect. Yeah. And you know what they should do is as the countdown's going, play his countdown music. So like as the Royal Rumble countdown's going, play his music behind it with the countdown. That would be dope. And then hit the Fozzy when it hits 0.
Okay.
WWE, you listening? Oh, anyway, that I do think he returns, but that I thought that was a known thing, so that's why I didn't pick him. But
I mean, it's assumed, I think, but there's nothing ever been said anywhere.
Right.
Diggs, did I steal yours, Diggs? Is that where you're going?
Yeah, that's where I'm going with it, and that's one of the reasons I'm excited about it. I hate to see him go away from AEW. Hate to see Powerhouse Hobbs, and like I found out, like I said, I'm about 2 weeks behind on AEW, and then I heard like Ciampa is over there at AEW now. I'm like, it feels like we're having a little bit of free agency Monday Night Wars out of nowhere because like Ciampa was going for the U.S. title. It felt like 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, and then all of a sudden he's showing up. So who knows? It's kind of fun right now as far as that goes.
What's funny about Hobbs is that week they taped the Collision on Wednesday. Well, Thursday was the announcement that he's no longer in AEW and that he's going to WWE. But the Collision didn't air till Saturday, where he we already know he's going to WWE, but he's still in a title match against Hangman and Speed Jokers or whatever. And so that was kind of funny, like because they had to tape it ahead of time. So,
all right, Brandon, who you got?
My surprise entrant. I mean, it's not a out of company one. It's one that's in the company, just hadn't been around in a while, and I just don't know what character he's going to come as. Well, I'm gonna give two. I'm gonna give two surprise entrants. So Chad Gable is the one. But is he coming as Chad Gable or as a Grande Americano character? And my other one is they told Finn Balor they didn't have a spot for him. Demon Finn. We get Demon Finn.
Okay. I think Gable comes back as Americano and we get a face-off in the ring between both Grande Americanos. But he could pull a Mick Foley and go back into the back and then re-enter as Chad Gable.
Well, yeah, that's why we don't have no spots for Finn Balor because we're gonna have 8 Grande Americanos. See what's funny is
no, I think what should happen is they announce El Grande Americano, and both of them come out, and then they're like, "Who's coming in the ring?" And then they just brawl it out outside the ring.
That would be good.
And they beat each other up, and then maybe just Finn steals their spot. Like, spot opened up.
That would be cool.
What's funny, Kyle, you talked about the whole Mick Foley thing is, a few weeks ago before they even had Finn go ask about a Rumble spot, Beth had the idea. She said, Finn comes in, early, lasts till about 12 or 15 or whatever, gets thrown out, and then comes back in at 30 as Demon Finn. So he does both. But now I think he only comes in as Demon Finn, in one of those final spots. So
yeah, I can see that.
All right. I guess my hat's out of the bag. Obafemi is my guy that I think is going to come in and impress. I do think that Royce Keys also my surprise entrant could also be one that comes out as impressive. I think those two kind of a combination for me. Go ahead, Kyle.
Were we supposed to do the impressive one too?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. That was mine. My impressive. Obafemi. Remember I gave it away earlier because I was
okay. My impressive one, I think we're gonna get bouncy. I think Javon Evans has a fantastic showing. I think he goes a long time, and I'm gonna give another spoiler. I think he's in the Final Four. I'm gonna say Javon Evans goes all the way to the Final Four.
He's the new Kofi Kingston, KO. He's gonna have some kind of crazy moment.
Him and Kofi are probably gonna be in the ring together doing some crazy stuff.
Maybe they both are like on their hands and they walk around or something.
Those spots are so. Like, if you screw that up, how many spots after that did you screw up too?
You don't get to redo those.
No.
They're
So Oba was going to be mine, but I was like, so let me find a pivot. Well, my pivot was Javon. So my next pivot is we'll keep it with the guy, and we'll whoop that Trick. So we'll go with Trick.
Okay, I like that.
I'm out of pivots because I was going to go with Trick for the whole way. I actually disagree with you about Javon Evans. I think he is at best a low mid-carder. I am not buying Javon Evans. I don't think he should even be in WWE main roster right now. He's a fast forward for me. He's not believable. I don't buy it.
I mean, he's only like 21.
Guys, let's remember a couple of years ago, there was one guy on this panel that was big on Big Bronson Reed, and there was another guy on this panel that was not. And what happened a couple of years later? Give it time, Diggsy. You'll come on over.
Diggs probably still isn't on Bronson Reed.
he loves him some tsunami.
They have done a masterful job building him up as a character, but he's still not believable. Would you pay to see a Javon Evans Bronson Reed main event at WrestleMania? Probably not going to. But
right now, no, not right now. Give it a couple of years though, maybe.
Hey, I'm gonna give a bonus pick instead of the longest lasting. I'm gonna give always. I couldn't figure out who it was for the women, but for the men, I got mine of the person who gets thrown out like immediately. It's going to be Kit Wilson, and I hope though they keep his song playing. I mean, the song is a banger, and so I hope they keep the song going.
I can't stand him. He's
I don't care about him, but the song is awesome.
And Cardona should eliminate him.
Yeah, someone's going to eliminate him fast, but then I hope the whole way that like he just starts yelling toxic, and they just keep the song going.
Yeah.
The song is up to number 3 on Spotify.
The song is a banger.
It is a banger.
The song is a banger. I don't have it downloaded, but it is a banger.
Yeah, I was hoping that was what Brett would open the show with, but I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
No. I had to open the show with AJ, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so pick to win. I mean, man. Roman Reigns' return. It's hard to go against Roman. I mean, we talked about the odds on favorite. Not that I think he's going to go right back to the main event picture, but I don't know who else that you book to win. You got Cody Rhodes and Fatu kind of tangled in their own match. I mean, Gunther, you don't know what he's going to do. Then he'll come back in. It's not Jay again. I just don't know where else, unless maybe a Seth Rollins return or something, crazy, but I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns. It's a safe pick. I know it's a little safe, but I just feel like that's where they're gonna go with this.
All right, I'll go next. I'm gonna pick. Listen, I don't want Roman winning. I love Roman. We're the ones, but he's never there. Like, why give him a Royal Rumble? He's not there. Give it to somebody that's there. So
I didn't say I want him. That's what I thought.
No, I know. I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying I don't want Roman to win because of that. I think they're going to give it to Braun Breaker because we're going to set up another Braun Breaker CM Punk match at Mania where Braun Breaker wins the World Heavyweight Championship. So I think Braun Breaker wins. The dogs are going to be barking out in Saudi Arabia.
I was gonna say Braun also, and but I mean it's probably gonna be Roman.
Here's what's gonna happen: Seth Rollins returns and throws Braun Breaker over the ropes.
And then
I don't think Seth's coming back yet.
Or maybe Logan eliminates Braun and Logan wins. And then but my long shot pick is I don't think he's gonna win, but I think he'll have a good solo. I think Solo will make a little run and be somewhere near the end. But he's just the only one I could find at like more than 50 to 1. I think even has a chance to go well. I think everybody else.
I'd love to see them like put a rocket strap on Jacob Fatu. I love him. Like,
yeah,
I feel like
I think we're gonna get Fatu and Cody. You know, we're gonna get more.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go with him because I feel like they've got that feud. They're not done with it.
The thing is, like, both of them might eliminate each other immediately. Like, we might not see them in the Rumble very long.
They may eliminate each other, and then they just keep brawling all the way back to the back. Like, they just,
that's what's gonna happen. So they're gonna be 1 and 2, and they're gonna brawl like they're not. So there's gonna be no one in the ring till then 3's gonna come out, and then they'll come back in later because they hadn't actually entered, so they'll come back in near the end.
Yeah. Professor?
That was a really good brawl on Saturday Night Main Events. I was kind of I was shocked by the booking, but then as I kept watching it, I was like, okay. I mean, they're really building this up, and kind of got a little bit of old school AEW Cody in there going through. I don't think Roman is going to win. Like if I could go find a prediction market and bet on not Roman Reigns, that's where I would put some money on there. Just because I feel like they feel pressure to do something new because we're seeing all these new infusions. I think Cody has a better chance of winning a third straight than Roman does. But to that end, I think I'm just going to be safe and go with Braun Breaker. Like I said, I thought he was kind of the overwhelming favorite. I don't like him as the favorite, but at the same time, I don't know a storyline other than something like Seth coming back or a complete surprise to go with. So for the purposes of this, give me Braun.
All right. Brandon, you got some odds down there. You said you had those of the matches. Are there anything on the odds that stick out to you? Like, oh, this is a way low down, like someone that's like way out there to win that you think might be.
Well, like the men's one, I mean, like the men's one's tough after like. I mean, Kevin Owens is 100 to 1, and like Trick and Javon are 100 to 1. But like the men's one, I feel like the women had better shots to, get those bigger 50 or 100 to 1 ones. And the thing I do like on the men's is, or like, so they have the odds for like the last entrant for men's and women's was Tiffany is the favorite, and then for men's the last entrant favorite is Jericho. So. It's Jericho or Seth, so.
Okay. Man.
And also, I do think we didn't really mention him, and it's not a surprise, but I do think LA Knight returns in this Rumble. I think we hadn't seen him lately. I think he returns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we get either Ethan Page or Ricky Saints or both.
I think we get both.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we get both.
Yeah, they've that NXT cupboard has been kind of stripped,
kind of bare
right now.
They're bringing up the Evolve people and
who's that? The one guy, the big black dude,
Keanu Carver.
Oh, dude, he came out in that brawl. Did y'all see the brawl a few weeks ago when they brawled out? and he was just throwing folks. Like he threw somebody into the crowd.
I like what they're doing with Tony D'Angelo right now too, with bringing him back in it.
Yeah,
he's not a mobster anymore. He just comes out and beats people up and leaves and gets arrested.
But yeah, I think they're
Tony D football, baby.
We'll see if they can build some more stars because they really did. I mean, you took Trick, Javon Evans, Obafemi. I mean, that's a pretty good chunk of.
Yeah, but like I mean, Ricky, and then they got Joe Hendry and Ricky and Ethan, and then but like and then they're bringing up.
Is he going to be? Do you think they'll go main roster or NXT?
That's what I don't know. Like, because you go down there and do something with him and Ricky, like, because they got history and.
Well, and like you just said, the cupboard's bare there. Like they could use him in NXT. But you could also use him on SmackDown.
He could just fill out. He could replace Oba. You know, like he's not Oba, but be that big. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he goes to NXT first. I think that would make the most sense because at least get him used to WWE style compared to AEW.
Right.
I think he goes to NXT for at least 6 months to a year. Be that Obafemi, get the championship, and then.
I think also changing his name would be good to go to NXT since you're changing his name to get it acclimated,
get used to him. Yeah.
It's true. It's true. All right. Well, that's most of the Rumble. Anybody final thoughts, fellas, as we wrap up here? Anything you're looking forward to specifically on this card?
Oh man, I should have went for my surprise. I should have went what's his face? Mr. Iguana. I hope we get him.
Mr. Iguana.
Will Iesta win? Is he an extra entrant or is he part of Mr. Iguana? Many questions we got to ask. Just like Alexa, if she comes out with the doll, is that 2 entrants or just 1? Never know.
The important questions. I'm disappointed about this Rumble in general. We only got the 2 matches that didn't have much build. The big matches have a really good chance, but it really feels like, and Brandon touched on this, that they spent more time building up to the Saturday night's main event, and I almost wonder if they're almost a little bit embarrassed that this is in Saudi Arabia. Like it's a little bit less than as a major event. It doesn't feel like it has that same pop. I think they're just trying to sell it on it being the Royal Rumble as opposed to anything else. And I almost wonder if they're having a little bit of Riyadh guilt because there's not a buzz around this Royal Rumble because it's a random Saturday morning and West Coast. Here it's an early day thing, whereas used to be like we would all watching parties, Saturday night, and I guess next year, they're moving to the 2-night version of the Royal Rumble. So, kind of a transition year with this, I think.
I was going to ask how y'all feel about the 2 p.m. Rumble.
I'm not a fan because I'm going to be in the middle of coaching my kids on Saturday, so I'm going to miss the first part of it.
I'm a nobody, so I have nothing to do, and I love the afternoon shows.
I'll be watching too, and it's funny. It was a week, last year. After the Rumble, though, is, the Rumble ends. Pick up your phone, see what people are saying on social media. And while you're checking what everybody's reaction is to who won the Rumble, that's when Luka Doncic gets traded.
Yeah.
And so this year after the Rumble, is that where like Giannis, is he getting traded at the Rumble this year? So
is there a prop bet on that?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I hope Anthony Davis is getting traded. I'm just going to say that. I hope he's gone. And
AD for Giannis, baby. I told you last night, Brett.
I take that. Just give me something. Give me something.
I think AD is going to Atlanta.
Please don't send me Trae Young back.
What? Trae Young's not on Atlanta no more.
He's in Washington.
Yeah, he got traded to Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know. That's why I haven't watched enough basketball lately. For my Mavs have been so bad.
I watched 0 basketball. Yeah. NBA.
Yeah, I watched some good high school hoops on NSN though. Some good ball there. My final thought is the time. I agree. I just don't like that. Like, I'm gonna probably have to go pay for a month ESPN subscription just to watch it because I'm afraid if I have to wait till it comes back on where I can get it later, I'm gonna know what happened and that's gonna tick me off. So I'm gonna attempt to record it. Sort of, and I'm going to see how that works, but it may not. So.
Just avoid social media. And if anybody does, I'm about to make a point. If anybody ruins this for me, I'm going to kick their ass right here, right now. But I've gone I'm almost done with Big Brother from September. I still have not gotten it spoiled for me. So I mean, you can work and not get things spoiled if you put a little bit of effort into it. And that was 6 months ago almost at this point.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's funny is the thing is I can't even spoil that for you because I watched it, but I can't even remember who won.
Well, I'll spoil it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't even know who won.
Luchasaurus did not win this season.
Oh, he was my favorite. He was my pick.
All right, Kyle, final word. What you got?
I mean, like I said earlier, I'm kind of down on all wrestling right now. It's just nothing too exciting. So I'm hoping that this Royal Rumble will inject some excitement into the product, and I would love to see WWE not be safe. Like, take some risk. It seems like they've been very just, let's hit a single. Let's hit a single. Let's hit a single. Like, let's take a big hack. Let's take a big swing. Let's shake some things up. Let's get some excitement going in this industry.
So what I'm hearing is Kyle. He's got Roxanne El Grande Americana winning these things. And that's his risk.
I would love one of those.
Professor, what's your final take?
I think I gave it to you. Just, I'm hoping, just like you guys, that we get a little bit more excitement. There are things they can do, but we got to see it. It doesn't feel like it's WrestleMania season yet, and it really needs to feel like WrestleMania season if they're going to get us excited about that. 2 nights in Vegas again. It's just all very predictable. What are we going to have here that we're excited about? Like I said, there's not one match I can look at right now and go, oh, I can't wait to see that payoff at WrestleMania. There's nothing.
Brendan?
I mean, yeah, like the build hasn't been great and everything, but for me, it's the Royal Rumble. This has always been my, WrestleMania is the big one, but Royal Rumble's always been my favorite. I love it. It's just, I love the counting down. Like, even if you know who's coming out, I love counting down and hearing the music, and then just like, and just a new person ever, 90 seconds is just, it's just fun. And seeing the different ways how they, you're just throwing people over the top rope, but they get creative each year with how they do it and how you avoid eliminations and who turns on who, and then if we get surprises, that's a bonus. I mean, I think we will, but I'm not. That's why I'm trying not to get my hopes too high on some of these surprises because I don't want to be disappointed with that. I just want to enjoy I like the Royal Rumbles, and like for what the last like 7 years now we've get 2. So that's the used to we just get the men's rumble, and now we got enough women where we do a women's rumble, so you get 2 Royal Rumbles. I mean, like Dig said, next year they're gonna split into 2 nights. They'll probably main event one each night, but for this last year we get 2 Royal Rumbles on one night. So I can't complain about that. Like I'm gonna enjoy it regardless of what happens. But I do, like Dig said, I hope we get some kind of story and direction towards Mania at Rumble, and then the Raw after, and then and then you're coming in. Brett's gonna be almost ringside at SmackDown in a couple weeks, and see some big things there. So, and then I love Elimination, but I love WrestleMania season, and this is the start of it.
And Brett, I just saw this, by the way. We KO got a comment over here. Colton Sneed agrees that WWE has been very corporate with TKO right now. So we got to give Colton Sneed a shout out for.
He's a faithful NetSN listener. Colton is. He was tuned in last night to the White House.
When I leave work and I have a game, I'm like, all right, Colton, tune in. He's like, all right, what time we tipping off? 6:15ish. All right, I got you. So he is faithful. We need to get him a T-shirt or something.
And it's been a busy week on NetSN. We've had, with all the weather at the beginning of the week, we had games, Wednesday, Thursday. We got games tomorrow, games Saturday. We got things going all over the place here. And but you know what I'm hoping for, guys? I'm hoping that this music right here hits. That y'all don't know?
We don't hear nothing.
Y'all don't hear that?
Barely.
I don't hear anything.
Y'all don't hear it?
I barely heard Fozzy.
Yeah, I got some Fozzy playing.
Are we here? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I'll try for you.
This is what I'm hoping for as we wrap up this week's episode of Off the Ropes. Hey, It's good to be back on the list. Thanks for joining us, everyone. For the Big Goose, KO Kyle Owens, Professor Diggs, Dirty, Brandon Ogden, and Mr. Ness and Brett Swinney. We'll catch you next time right here on Off the Ropes. Good night, everybody.
Is there something left for me to say in the wreckage of my life? I become. Journey's in my mind. I become. Journey's in my mind.